everyone and welcome. At the beginning of the movie, we see a monster who kills ruthlessly and by any means at his disposal. A hammer, a chainsaw, etc. We'll see in the movie that there is a whole family cooperating among them to commit these crimes. Texas Chainsaw 3D. Our story begins with a young teen called Heather, working as a meat cutter in a grocery store. She's girlfriend named Nikki, and Nikki likes Kenny, who knows Ryan, Heather's friend. Where Heather's friend is a cheerful and athletic person who enjoys boxing, and she lives with him. But what's strange about Heather is that she likes to collect animal bones and put them in their house. But this strangeness can hide something that we might find out later. As she was relaxing with her boyfriend, the doorbell rang and a letter came in the name of Heather, which returned every skill of her life, where she found out that she doesn't live with her parents, but with a couple who adopt her since she was a baby. This letter revealed the death of her grandma too, which left her in shock. Upon arrival at her adoptive home, her adoptive father told her that she wasn't their daughter and advised her not to go to her hometown. But she decided to go. Even her adoptive mom told her she'd run into trouble and that Nebo, Texas is the last place she thinks about going to. Nevertheless, she didn't follow their advice and told her boyfriend the truth and that she was going to Texas. Her friend Nikki heard her and told her that they would all go together and have a big barbecue party there, where this seemed like a good idea. When they reached the gas station to refuel and buy some supplies, it rained a lot. Once the car took off, it hit someone, who would later be found out there was hiding a secret. But he rode with them after claiming that he was going to the same destination they were also going to. When they got at Grandma's house, Mr. Farnsworth arrived and gave her the property documents of the house with a letter from Grandma and ordered her to read it. As he handed her the keys and gave her the pin code to enter the gate, and told her at last that she had to read the granny's letter. After they entered the house, it looked very pleasant and clean, but all this arrangement and excessive cleanness from an old woman didn't seem normal, so he may hide something behind it. Then the boys went out to get some food for dinner, but the stranger they found at the gas station decided to stay home and climb it to clean it up, which was in reality a thief looking for more valuable materials. Suddenly, he found a secret door followed by a second door with staircases leading into secret underground rooms. But why is this house so strangely designed? Does it hide something inside? This dish contains bones of average size that can belong to sheep or can be human bones. And suddenly, when he's looking for something to open the door, a huge man assaults him, hits him with a hammer and kills him. At this point, it turns out why Heather's parents warned her not to go there, and it seems that the worst is yet to come. After they got home, they found a huge mess, where they figured the stranger was just a thief, but they had no knowledge that there was a man-eating monster hidden in the house. However, they quickly dropped the ball and returned to celebrate and enjoy their time, whereas Nikki's lover suddenly finds the secret entrance where the monster lives. But because of the noise of the music, nobody heard him. He entered and went down the stairs without knowing what was waiting for him. The monster came out of the dark and chased him, but unfortunately he had him. Going back to Heather, while she was wandering upstairs, she suddenly found her grandmother's body and began to shout and run, but she didn't find no one except the monster, cutting off human fingers with a pincer. When he chases her and quickly catches her, she falls to the floor and her head hits the table leg and passes out. On waking, she lives her worst nightmares where the monster cut Nikki's boyfriend in two with a chainsaw. Luckily for Heather, she ran away. All the doors were open, and a chase trip with a chainsaw starts for her. Her friends hear the noise, but the monster sees them and starts running towards them, where they pull back and close the wooden door. Then a van crashed into the door. Unfortunately, Heather was on board. and another escape and chase trip starts again. So far, we're really starting to figure out what this terrifying house is hiding. And her adoptive mother words became a reality when she told her this is the last place you think of going to, where it actually turned out to be the worst place to go. But escaping from the monster doesn't sound easy. Even this door is strong enough to withstand any attack. And it appears that things have begun to get worse, and all the circumstances became favorable to the monster, who punctured the tire of the van that overturned in the end. Everybody becomes a piece of cake for him. However, Heather manages to escape, but this monster never gets tired or stops hunting his prey, and nothing gets in his way or prevents him. While the intervention of the policeman has miraculously saved her life, nevertheless, the monster succeeded in fleeing to the center of the forest. The case is now in the hands of the police, who have opened investigations to find the criminal, while Heather was under the shock and was taken to the police station to investigate her, where she told them that the criminal was in her home, which she inherited from her grandmother, the Carson's home. And the young policeman brought all the documents pertaining to this family's history to investigate the case. Then this policeman asked for permission to leave because the mayor wanted to talk to him. This allowed Heather to see the box containing the documents in order to know the true history of her family and the crimes committed against them. As for the mayor, he was the key participant in the Carson's extermination years ago, although the Carsons followed the orders of the police at that time. He insisted upon their extermination, and it looks like only Heather, the man with the mask, and the grandma survived the incident, and the others were burned alive. And that's considered a total injustice. Back at Carson's house, one of the policemen was following a line of blood that stretched inside the house, and the mayor ordered him to follow it in order to reach the secret door and go downstairs to find a place full of dismembered human bodies. Then he wanted to return and escape that nightmare where he met the man in the mask who pounced on him and stops him. Back at the police station, it seems that the mayor wants to do something immoral and kill that innocent girl as he did to her family. However, she managed to escape after finding out the truth and called the lawyer to meet her immediately, who told her that it was all written in the letter, and that person with the mask is her cousin, who is mentally retarded and she has to look after him. And he wouldn't have hurt her if she'd read the letter and figure out what was in there. So, they are victims of genocide. As we can see here, her cousin was taking revenge on those who had killed the Carsons. So he wasn't a criminal as we thought, and when he found the family tattoo on her body, he saved her from the evil of the mayor who would torture her and kill her. So the mayor's ending was really bad, because he has been chopped in a sharp machine. Heather goes home with her poor cousin who has done nothing more than avenge his oppressed family. She carried out her grandmother's will by taking care of him, so that he completes his mission to avenge their family and complete their life together. Thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the story, and see you in the next video.